Republicans are saying, hey, you know what? If we're going to give money for these natural disasters, well, we're not just going to give it to people because they got to suffer from a hurricane. There might be $7 to $13 billion worth of damage because of Hurricane Irene. Who cares? No, what we're going to do is we're going to demand that it gets offset from another part of the program. Now, look, eventually, should it be offset? Of course. I think we should always balance our budget within bounds of reason, right? But you might want to do that down the road after you get the people help first, right? But they say no. But it's okay because it turns out they already have a plan for where to cut. You're going to love this. It turns out where they'd like to cut is, number one, FEMA. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Those are the people who are trying to bring you the help in the first place. So it's not much of an offset to say, all right, you know what? In order to bring you emergency management relief, we're going to cut the Emergency Management Agency. Okay. Second place they'd like to cut? First responders. But wait a minute, those are the guys who respond first to an emergency. You might need those guys in an emergency. Third place they're going to cut. It's these things called hurricane hunters. What they are basically military planes that fly into hurricanes to measure them. Now, why is that important? It's important because we need to know the velocity of the hurricane. We need to know how much of an area do we need to evacuate, because how much we evacuate impacts the cost tremendously. In fact, let me get into the details for you. Right now, they're thinking of cutting the hurricane hunters by 40% at their budget. All right, well, it turns out the hurricane hunters monitor flights and improve forecasts by about 30%. Now, I don't know how they measure that, but that's the number that they put on there. Now, if you improve the forecast by 30%, what happens? Well, turns out that it costs $1 million per coastal mile to evacuate. So if you have a better read of how far the hurricane is going to go, you might actually need to evacuate less people, thereby saving you millions upon millions of dollars. In fact, when the final analysis is done, it turns out that estimates put the savings of the monitoring flights between $100 and $150 million. Now, the flights cost only $29 million. So what the Republicans want to do is they want to chop 40% of that $29 million so that we'll have to pay more later because we either evacuated too many people, we didn't know the severity of the storm that was coming, etc. And they're going to cost us about $100 to $150 million with their cost-saving measure of cutting these hurricane hunters, the first responders, and FEMA. I mean, that's Republican 101. I don't know. Who cares? Let's just cut. Oh, golly gee willikers, later it costs us more money. Who could have seen that coming? What? Scientists? Yeah. Who believes those guys? Losers. Okay. I mean, I'm amused by it, but what am I going to do, right? I mean, this is insanity. I mean, who proposes, hey, in order to save money from FEMA, let's cut FEMA? That makes no sense.